Festiie Fam, the time is now. Festival-goers unite. Welcome to the Festiie Files podcast, where we highlight the creative and inspiring individuals who come together and create the festival experience. So whether you attend festivals and just have the time of your life, which most of us do, whether you are the DJ or the artist on stage, the dancer on stage, the people behind the stage, or whether you're a vendor at the event. I mean, every single one of us play an important role in the festival culture. So my name is Desmond Beristain, CEO of Festiie, the Festival Smart Band. And today, super stoked for today. She's been like messaging me every day since like, I'm ready, I'm stoked, I want to get on here. And that's the exact vibes we appreciate. So this person is very passionate festival goer. She balances her life with EDM, fitness, and studying medicine. So, I mean, I love it because we really talk about it. Festivals kind of are like medicine for our soul, right? So we're going to get into that in a bit. Ladies and gentlemen, further ado, Katie Marie. Katie Marie, welcome to the Festiie Files podcast.
Hi. Hello. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for joining us. She got the swaggy outfit on right now. She got the cool braid, the pink matching the hat.
Myself.
It's just, that's the festival magic already working its thing. So how are you during these times?
I'm good. It's definitely rough without festivals, raves. When I used to go to like one or two every month and small shows every weekend. So it's definitely a change to go this long without anything. But I'm doing well. You know, I'm working. I work in healthcare, so that makes it even harder because COVID. But it's been good.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's a tricky time. We've been dealing with so much. We were all super excited for festival season, and exactly like going from I'm going to this festival, I'm going to this festival, getting that release, and then now it's like nope, not completely, but you know we got live streams. So how have you been spending your time?
Well, I do like the live streams. In the beginning, they were really exciting. Towards the end, sometimes I'll miss them here and there. But they were, I really like that they were able to provide that for us because that's the least that we can do, you know, I love that everyone just connects over those live streams, like through Twitter, everyone's just tweeting about it, like we're there. You know, even just the comments in YouTube, like people are like, hey, do you need water? Pass me some gum. Like, I love that. I felt like, you know, everyone's still connected through those. So I love that. I also, my free time, like all this free time, I've been making candy. I'm a huge candy perler maker. I have an Etsy shop that I sell them on for people who like don't know how to make it or they want to buy it for a friend. So I've been spending my time doing that, which is good because sometimes it's kind of hectic to have that business on the side of like my real job during festival season. So hopefully when festivals do come back, I have a lot prepared. So doing that.
You're being proactive. I mean, you mentioned so many cool things. Number one is you're still doing what you love. Like you're still dressing up. Like, I mean, sometimes you do that. Like I'm gonna throw on my festival fit, even though I'm home and I'm just gonna listen to music. You're keeping that spirit alive. And then you said you're here making candies. Let's talk about that because we've had a couple candy artists that join us. We actually had this sent to us, this Festiie sword.
Oh.
So
that's cute. That's cute.
Cute little sword because I'm a huge Porter Robinson fan. And
yes, I love Porter.
Like
that's cute. I love it.
Basically, and he made this and like even like lights up and stuff. Super cool. But that's what it's all about. And how you're like making stuff right now. You don't know who it's gonna go to. You're just preparing because one day you'll be, you know, sharing that energy. Let's talk about Andy. What got you into that?
Yeah. So when I first started going to raves and I would see everyone's like cool designs, the things that they make, I'm a very crafty person. I'm very artsy fartsy. So I really wanted to learn how to make it. So I just started literally YouTubing it. And I just found on YouTube how to do it. I bought supplies and I'm kind of a perfectionist sometimes. So I put my time into making them and I just got better. I can show you a few.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah.
Put this here.
So I have this huge one. It's stitched. It says plur.
Yeah, Ohana. Plur
Yeah. So I make them for friends all the time. Literally anyone who's my friend, I do it for free. It's just, I do sell it online because it does get expensive sometimes.
Mhm.
But at raves, I love to give out like these crazy, like cool designs
Oh my
for
God.
free. Yeah.
That's it.
And it's one of my favorites.
Vulpix.
Vulpix. I love Pokemon, so I do a lot of Pokemon beads.
Yeah, that's fire.
So
Vulpix. I'm a Pokemon guy. I know my
yeah.
151. After that,
Yeah. Yeah, I've noticed a lot of ravers love Pokemon. So anything Pokemon, Disney, like I love that. I love that they love fandoms. So I try to do like stuff that falls in that category.
nice.
And I made a baby Yoda with a face mask.
What? That's so sick. We're actually it's funny that you bring that up. We're actually gonna start doing a Festi giveaway within like the next couple days. Every week for like the next 12 weeks, we're gonna be giving away prizes. And one of the prizes is the Baby Yoda backpack.
No way.
Yeah, so I'll definitely
I'm gonna try to win that.
oh yeah, there it is.
That's
So
cool.
that's really cool that you said I want to learn how to do it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just learn how to do it. I'm gonna go on YouTube, start searching tutorials and stuff like that. And I feel like right now with people being at home is the perfect time to do those things, to get creative, to try things.
To finally try something that you've been wanting to, like you have all this time. Yeah, that's kind of how I took it. And it's very therapeutic. Like you have to be patient when you're making them, but it calms you down, and it's better than being on your phone. It just gets you like away from like the TV and phone. Like you could just like kind of listen to music and then make the beads. Like, and then it's such a good feeling like giving it out to someone when they love it and they see how cute it is. Like it just makes you so happy. Like you did that, you made them happy. Like
yeah,
it's the best feeling.
Share a story. Let's hear it. I want to hear more about it. Tell me a story when you gave it to someone, because I feel like, yeah, that's magic, and literally makes people's festival when someone gives them something and they're like, that happened to me actually. I have someone gave me this Pooh Bear candy curler, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like you just made my whole festival. You know, like when they say like, no, it's yours to keep, because I like took it off after the Millennium set. They're like, no, it's for you to keep, and I'm like, what are you what?
Right?
But yeah, so talk about one of those stories.
Yeah.
I love hearing
That's
those.
such a good feeling. Yeah, I love to get into strangers, but one of my favorite stories was for EDC. I have a really close Rave Fam. Like we're really close friends. Like we're really a family. And like all like my guy friends in that group, like I surprised them with like a big perler necklace, each and every one. I don't have them because they have it, but I made something that they all would like really like. You know, like I made like a Rick and Morty, but it was like a trippy print, and like they just were all so happy. And like I did it all in the same moment where I have a video and I was giving it to all of them, and they just were so shocked, like, wait, me too? Like I get one also? And then the next guy, like, and then they just get so happy, like, wow, you took the time to make something this big for me. And I'm like, yeah, you deserve it.
Wow.
Yeah. I've had a couple people come up to me like at raves, like random people, and they're just like, wow, that is so cute. Like they're like, I love that perler. And I was just like, you can have it here. Like, because I don't really make them for me. I would make them to give out to people. Especially if I see someone being plur, I want to give them like whatever the coolest thing I have on me at that moment to them, you know?
Wow.
And then they hold on to it. So I love that.
The cool part is like your satisfaction comes from the mindfulness of actually creating, you know, the piece of art.
Yeah.
Like going through that whole thing, you're pretty much satisfied. And then, so then at that point, you're like, I want to give it away. Like I already had my joy with it, creating it.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, I just love giving it out to people, especially because if you notice, like in the rave community, everyone is just so caring and selfless. And so I love to just like, I guess like gift them. Like I love to give it to them because they're just such a caring person. Like they deserve something really cool to go home. I know the times that I've received candy from people, I'm so happy. I'm so happy to have it, and I love to keep it and hold on to it.
Yeah, and like you really set the vibe. Like let's say we're going to go to a festival, and you're like, wait guys, and you give everybody like a
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, oh my gosh, like it already sets
Yeah.
the vibe for the whole event.
Yeah, I try, like, for my Rave Fam specifically, because I love to make it for everybody. I'm like, for just people I meet at the festival, but I always try to make at least one thing for everyone in my Rave Fam, like at least every other festival. So sometimes they'll just message me. They're like, "Hey, can you make this one?" And I'm like, "You got it." Like, no questions asked.
Yeah, and usually people like, the whole essence of it's giving it away, and then you're just like, same thing. Okay, I do sell because I just want to pretty much make back the materials, the costs. So,
Exactly. Yeah. And I
um,
have had a lot of people like ask me, or they don't know how to make it, but they don't want to ask me for it all the time. And they kind of gave, like, everyone I met at raves kind of gave me the idea to make the Etsy, because they were like, "Wait, you make these?" They're like, "Why is it so good? Like, are you selling them? You should sell them." And I have seen people do it online. So, and actually a lot of people who buy mine, I've noticed, are out of state anyways.
yeah,
So I'm always shipping them out of state. So it's kind of cool.
yeah, I like that. I mean, of course, within like the candy community, everyone has their own opinions, and honestly, that's the beauty of a community, is that we can have different opinions and then be able to speak about it and kind of
Yeah.
voice what it is. But for example, I don't know how to make one of these, and fortunately, I have this ridiculous schedule with Festi and us trying to push
Yeah.
it out. So it's like,
Oh, yeah.
but it's like if I can get a baby Yoda, and then I can gift it to somebody and be like, you know what, this is for me, but I also got it from this person. So you can always thank
Oh,
them for making it. It's just like that trail and being aware of
yeah.
that. So
I do like that.
let's talk about festivals in general. I mean, what was your first festival?
My first festival, I'm pretty new to the EDM scene, but like 2017 Countdown
Where,
at SoCal. Yeah.
yeah,
So, and it was like probably the best rave ever. Your first one, it's like, it just felt like the introduction to the world, like, and I loved it. It was really fun. It was New Year's, so like a lot of people were there, but it was just really interesting learning how, like, I don't know, like, I went in and I didn't really understand like what candy was. Like, I've heard about it, I've seen videos. I had friends who raved before, so I was familiar a little bit, but it's just like when you're there, it's just so brand new. And even just like headbanging, I didn't know how to do that. Like, I was just like, okay. And then eventually, you go to festivals more, and then you're just all out, like,
yes,
breaking your neck. So
yes.
yeah, it was definitely like a fun first festival.
Oh yeah, who was the headliner? Because I'm in SoCal also, so I'm trying to remember 2017. Was that Porter Deadmau5 year? No,
Porter Robinson was there.
it was that year.
Yes,
Okay, it
he
was
was
that
there
year.
that year. I
Yeah.
think Flostradamus.
Yes. Yeah. They got back.
I'm trying to think of who else. I've seen so many. I've been to so many now that it all blurs. But and
You've
it
earned
was
your
my first
stripes quickly.
festival.
You've earned your stripes quickly. You
Yeah.
said like 2017. I mean, I started going to festivals 2015, which to me, I'm still a rookie in the game, but like,
Yeah.
you go to so many, you experience
Yeah.
them. Have you
It's
experienced,
never too late to start. It's never too, it's at any point, you can join the community like when you're like 30 and start raving. Like,
yeah.
that's the fun part. I have like met so many people of different ages, or like people who've been doing it for 10 years, people who've been doing it for 1 year, but they like keep doing it. And
Yeah.
I like that.
Exactly. And that's the thing. And we're going to be back out there, and that's kind of also every year there's a new incoming class of ravers, of festival goers. And that's kind of part of why this podcast, like, we kicked it off, because we're like, all right, like, everyone that wants, like, my first festival and they're not able to attend it, we still want them to be hyped about festivals. We don't want them to be scared or freaked out. No, like, actually right now is a time where we can keep that going. We can talk about, well, how can we make the festival community a better place? Like, even just talking about, hey guys, when we start going back to festivals, let's start picking up our trash, or let's start looking out for each other and making sure everyone's okay. If you see someone has swaggy outfits, swaggy braids, say, hey, that's fire right there. And just,
that's what it's all about. I think so.
Yeah, because peace, love, unity, and respect isn't just at the festival. It's like we
all
live
the time.
Yeah.
It's life. Yeah. And I actually could say, like, I've met so many, like, most of my close friends are ravers right now, but I see that in their daily life. Like, I see them living plur, and like, I love that. I think everyone, even non-ravers, should be living like that.
Yeah.
You know, because there's really so much to it. Just being, you know, having peace and like with everybody, loving, like being united, and then just respecting everything, respecting the world, respecting, you know, the environment, respecting each other, respecting yourself. I think that's like definitely a very important motto that everyone should be like focused on.
Yeah, exactly. So let's talk about that. I mean, you definitely love the culture. It's been a beautiful ride. We're gonna get back out there. But how do you keep your vibes high? You just mentioned one thing is like you do mindful activities, but you also do fitness and then medicine, which is more your career. So let's talk about those two things because there's a little balance between all three.
Yeah, so there is a balance that I love that. So I want to be a physician assistant. So I just got my bachelor's degree from Cal Baptist. And so I am kind of just working to get my clinical experience, kind of studying here and there, different, like taking smaller courses. And I'm just finding ways to like boost my resume so I can be a PA. A PA is kind of like a doctor. It's one down. It's basically a couple more years of school of a master's program, and you learn most of your experience on the job, hands-on. You work under a physician, but the physician does not need to be on the site to supervise you.
Gotcha.
So, and as a PA, you could diagnose patients, you can prescribe medication, you can switch specialties. I personally want to work in an emergency room because I'm a very fast-paced person. And I like to be like on my toes kind of.
Yeah.
So, that's something that excites me. I love the medical field. Like that's something I just have always wanted to do. I've always been focused on. Right now I'm a medical assistant. So I get like good experience. I'm not working in a hospital. So I'm not working like hands-on with any COVID patients at the moment, but it's still fun. Like I do like urgent care sometimes and adult medicine, and I love it. I get great connections with doctors, and it's just nice because I'm pretty young. I'm 23, and I'm just trying to build these connections while I can. But yeah, so that's what I do, and it's fun.
That's awesome. Well, just talking about that, you know, because a lot of times people think, oh, you're a raver, you just go out there and party, and this is from the outside looking in, right? And myself, I didn't understand it at first, and then I attended a festival. You get there, you feel the energy, you're like, whoa, everything I thought out the window, and then you meet the people, and you realize, this person's a doctor, this person's doing this. Like, it's not just people just with no care in the world. It's actually the opposite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that. I feel like there is such a bad reputation of ravers just because I guess how it started of underground raves and just the history behind it, and it does get like a bad rep. But when you actually go and you meet people, I've met such crazy like hardworking people, and they have great jobs, and honestly, to be a raver you have to have like your crap together because you are, you know, the raves are expensive, so you have to be able to afford it. You got to plan it out. And so but yeah, it's kind of like, it's kind of cool that that I can say like I rave, but like I still make it to work the next day, like you know.
Exactly.
We
could be responsible.
A lot of people are like that.
Yeah, we're responsible. Like we can take care of business, have fun, and then work hard too. So
work hard, play hard. Yep.
There it is. So so now what about the fitness side of things?
So fitness, I love to work out. I'm a very active person. Like I love CrossFit or the HIIT classes, the high intensity interval training. I do those. I've just always been a very like active person. I'm not really good at sports, but I love to like lift. I love to do all types of like exercises. I find that like when I don't have raves, gym and like working out is what kind of like helps me, like I don't know, it helps me relax and it helps me like relieve stress, because you know it could be kind of hard working in the medical field and just like wanting so much for your life and like working for that future goal. So you kind of need like an escape. So raving, if it's not raving, then it's working out for me. Those are like my two kind of getaways. And so like, it kind of all balances out.
Yeah. finding, and the thing is, you're finding things that you enjoy doing, like
Yeah.
career, something you are, even though you're working towards, becoming the PA, you're like, every single day I'm working towards that and I can enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Working out, same thing. Look, this is all part of it. Festivals, of course, having fun,
Yeah.
not just, off your own, well, your own energy, number one, but then it transfers onto other people's, and then it's like the whole
Yeah.
vibe. So that's really cool. I really like hearing that.
Yeah,
It's really
thank you.
refreshing, and I hope people that are listening see that, because we're all. It doesn't mean that you don't go through hard times or feel negative
Oh
thoughts.
yeah.
Like, talk
We're
about that.
human.
Talk about the mental health side of things, because right now that's huge.
Yeah.
People are at home and they're laying it
Yeah.
down on themselves, but it's the opposite. Right now is like, I have this little DJ system behind me. It's like, oh, I have time on my hands. Oh, let me actually try. Let me practice more. Let me do these things. Let me make mistakes and then just learn.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah, it's definitely really hard, I think, on everybody. I've seen it like in my patients. I've seen it just online or with my friends and even myself. Like right now it's really hard mentally on a lot of people. I actually deal with a lot of anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. So I just like the one thing I've learned from like people who, like my friends who kind of like also deal with this, is that you need to just accept it. Accept that you're anxious, accept that you're sad, because this is a hard time, and you just gotta find ways, like find things that you love, find things that you want to do. And if there's days where you just don't want to do anything, then don't do anything. But I think that if you just sit down and you're just going to like soak up all this sadness, and you're just going to sit there and be like, man, I wish I had festivals around. Like, I wish I could do this. I'm really sad. And then what I've done is when I get in those type of funks, I just tell myself, you know what? I'm going to try on a cute rave outfit. I'm going to take pictures. I'm going to make a TikTok. I'm going to make some candy. You find a way to like kind of live through those memories and like kind of just make yourself feel good. You make yourself, you gotta take care of yourself. It's really hard during these times. So I just find ways like to escape, since my escape routes are gone right now with the gyms closed, with raves closed. You got to just find something that you're going to like, or even just picking up a new hobby and trying to learn something. Like you said, like you can fail a bunch of times, but at least you're trying. Like something I've tried, I can't shuffle for the life of me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go outside, put on some music, and like try to shuffle right now, because I've been wanting to learn that. And I just go outside and I do it for like 30 minutes, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. This is awful. But then at least it got my mindset like completely changed. And now I'm tired. Now I'm feeling like in a better mood. But, I tried, and then you can pat yourself on the back because you tried. You gave your effort for the day. And like, then you just feel so much better once you realize that,
Yeah, because same thing. If you can find an excuse to be upset about something, you can find an excuse on why you should do something, why you should be happy. And also, like, one of the things you said was social media, but you didn't say like, I just go on social media. I love how, bringing it back to balance, you talk about all these mindful activities. And then you'll sprinkle in, I'll do a little TikTok here. I'll do a little this there. It's not, I'm not depending on social media solely for all my happiness or, to let me know how to feel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, social media is huge in everyone's world right now, even mine. Like I'm very active on Instagram and like TikTok, and like, I love to like post pictures and things like that, but I try not, because social media can be very toxic to your mind sometimes, because, you can get in your head and you can think, oh, how come this person has this or this person did that? Or, so sometimes you got to just take that break away from the phone, away from all of that, and just do something aside, Yeah. It's definitely easier said than done, though. I'm making it sound so easy. It's definitely not, but you just got to tell yourself, you got to really just force your mind to think otherwise.
Yeah, exactly. And then if you are on, like, have that positive mindset, because you mentioned it, you're going to see things. You might see, oh, I think this person's body looks really good, or this person has X, Y, and Z, or this person can shuffle real well, or this person can make candy real well. Hey, you know what? I'm going to send them a message or comment and say like, awesome job, awesome work. Because now I feel like being at home, trying to feel, understand how you're feeling, and then someone messages you and then gives you that acknowledgement, like, hey, I love what you're doing, or hey, this, like, it feels good right now. And that's something that, whether they take away festivals or they're postponed, it's not stopping us from doing that. It's not stopping us from connecting with others like we are right now. So just being aware of those things, and even stepping out of your comfort zone a little bit. Some people coming on the podcast, right? You mentioned it. You might have anxiety, might be like, man, I don't even like public speaking, but you know what? What better time to do it than now?
Yeah, why not? What do you got to lose?
Exactly. So let's talk about music. Who you vibing with? We're going to kick off this series where we have all our podcast guests create playlists, so that, when people watch the podcast, they could be like, man, I really like her. Let's see what she listens to. And then, when you hear about what someone listens to and it clicks with you as well, you're like, oh, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
So who you been listening
it is.
to? Some of your
I love that. Okay, well, I actually love all subgenres in EDM. Like, I listen to it all. But my top, like, my favorite, like, artist has got to be Mallah. He was one of the first people I got into in, like, 2016, I think. I got into him, and I don't know, I just love the deep house. Like, and I love how, like, his aesthetic with the mask, and, like, nobody knows who he is, and just the conspiracy theories of who he could be. And I just love his music, and hearing him live, like, I go crazy. I love it.
Chommy? Is he Chommy? No, he's not Chommy, everyone.
Is he Chommy? Is he DJ Snake? Is he? Yeah, I've heard it all. Mercer. Yeah.
And let's also set the record straight on this one. Is it Mallah or is it Mala? According to Katie Marie, answer is. Uh-oh. It might have paused a little bit. I might have lost you for a sec. Slowing down.
Mallah.
All right, one sec. It's this little laggy.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. 1 second. It got a little laggy, but what we do is, this is why we record it, is we're gonna chop it up to that little part. So I'm gonna say it one more time. All right, everyone. So we're setting the record straight right now. We don't know if he's Chommy. We don't know if he's DJ Snake. We don't know if he's just some really amazing artist with the mask on. The other record that we need to set straight is it Mallah or is it Mala? According to Katie Marie.
Mallah.
That was like both combined.
That was kind of both, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I got it in my head because I'm trying to think of how I say it. Mallah.
I like that. Yeah, there's just so much.
I think it's Mallah.
Whatever it is, the music
2 A's at the end, yeah.
Fired. That G House style,
Yes.
When you drop that Notorious, when you drop this, everyone just gets so into it. So okay,
yes.
I see you.
So I love him. I love Rez. I just love her. Huge Rez fan.
Well, they got a song together. That song is fire.
Yes, I love it. Yes, they're like when my two favorites made a song. You don't even know. That was the happiest day of my life. I would love to see them live together. But yeah, so Rez, Mallah. I like hardstyle. I like Darren Styles or the Tweekas.
Hey.
Yeah, I really like it all.
These are like some OG names you're dropping now. Darren Styles and Tweekas. Like, okay, like you've been doing your research. You're out there. Okay. Anymore?
Exactly. I love Keizo. Keizo, he's in between. He's like dubsteppy, hardstyle. He's just got it all. Like, I love it. And he brings in like a lot of like punk rock, alternative music, and that brings me back to childhood. So I love that. Yeah. I've seen him live probably like 5 times.
Wow.
And then who else do I like? I do like dubstep, like Excision, of course. Yeah. The ultimate. Trying to think. Those are like the top of my head. I do like trance music. I like Seven Lions or Abraxas in their psytrance. People like Above and Beyond, love them. Who else? Adventure Club. I like the old, like the really classic Porter Robinson.
Hey, all right.
Yeah. So that's I have a good, I just have a mood for every type of EDM. Like I can be at the house stage, but then I can go to the trance, and then I'm at hardstyle, and then I like to get it all.
It sounds like you've been to EDC before, then.
I have. Yeah, last year.
Because it literally is like that. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go here, then I'm gonna
Yeah.
pass by the little hard stop. I'm gonna jump in there for like 30
Yep.
seconds, get a couple songs in,
Yeah.
go to the next stage. Like that seems
Yes.
like
Yeah, that's what it felt like. You just jump from a different world to each set. And I didn't even mention, I love drum and bass. I love it. Yeah. Yeah, there's a smaller DJ called Delta Heavy. They're like my favorite.
I know Delta Heavy. I actually saw Delta Heavy at a countdown 2016. So the year before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they were there. And
they were at EDC last year, so I got to see a little bit of them.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
You know, once you mentioned the punk rock, I was like, oh, she likes everything then. Because same thing. I grew up like skateboarding, listening to like punk rock, emo, and then got into like basketball and then hip hop. And then after that, my cousin's like, come to your first festival. It's going to change your life. I'm like, really? Yeah. Then fast forward and now it's like literally is our lives and all genres. So
I saw this tweet that said, emo kids back then are now ravers.
So true.
Not wrong.
So true. That's why I have the Porter Robinson. I was like, oh my gosh, this guy knows. But it's so cool. I love how it just like music connects us all. You know, being at a festival, it's that heartbeat. So what are some of your favorite festivals?
Okay, so my favorite, I love Dream State. Dream State in SoCal. Yeah. Definitely, I recommend for anyone, even if you're not a trance like music. I didn't like trance music before I went there, and you just feel the plur. Like that's probably the most plur rave I've ever been to. Everyone like just connects, and like the music is just so beautiful, and it's a really cold rave, so you kind of just like dress up really warm, but alcohol in your system and you're good. But
honestly, it's so funny because I have never attended Dream State, and to this day, everyone tells me, like, everyone's like, bro, you have to go. Like, it's intimate. Yeah. It's actually like an intimate rave. Like, it's not, there aren't as many people as maybe like a supermassive, but like the vibe is so, I heard like the vibe is like unlike no other. And I keep telling myself, I'm going to Dream State. I'm going to Dream State. Mm-hmm. And the closest I ever got to Dream State was like 1 year at EDC. I went to like the Dream State stage, and I had same thing. I'm here leaving the Neon Garden, like bop, bop. And then Dream State just calls me, go over there. Back then it was at, I forgot, Circuit Grounds back then, but it was like Dream State takes over. And it was just, oh my gosh. I stayed there for like 5 hours.
Yeah. It's so, I love it. It's really, I highly recommend that rave, like for everybody. I remember for me, I wasn't going to go, but my best friends, they were like, you got to go, like, you got to come. And I was like, I don't even like trance. I don't even know what trance is. And they were like, you're going. And they bought my ticket.
Wow.
And I was like, what? Like, well, I can't say no now. And like, so I went with them, and it was just the best experience ever. And I just can't explain it. You just got to go. You will feel that intimacy, the plur, and you will meet great people, and you'll just vibe. And it's fun because it's not just about the music there, but I feel like that's where you get the most of the community. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's one of my favorites. The other one would be Project Z. Project Z, it's a smaller rave too. I definitely felt the plur there. I feel like most of the time when there's a smaller festival, like if it's not a holiday, you're going to get the most out of it. Mm-hmm. So Project Z, it's just a beautiful mix of hardstyle and dubstep and drum and bass. So I love it. It's just so hype. You get that hype going, and you're at both stages, and you're fist pumping or you're head banging, and it's like, you get that experience, and I love that. That's fun.
You really are. You're SoCal. We got the SoCal exclusives. She's really laying it out and telling you why SoCal has the spots for festivals, because Project Z, it's like, everything you're saying, I'm like, yep, you're SoCal.
Yeah, SoCal. I haven't been to many out-of-state raves. I hope to go to more, but the only out-of-state rave I've been to is EDC.
Yeah.
Which I also recommend for everybody.
Of course.
How was it for you? EDC is just huge. It's if you're gonna go to EDC, you gotta be ready. Yeah. Because when I went with my friends, I've only been to one EDC so far. I was supposed to unfortunately this year didn't happen, but.
So you went last year?
So I went 2019. Yeah.
2019. Cool.
Yeah. And I stayed in hotels and we drove. The traffic was just awful. So I was looking forward to camping this year.
Yeah.
But it is worth it. Like, we got to EDC and it's just so beautiful. It's huge. And if you're going, you got to stay the whole time. We stayed till 5 a.m. I was practically like asleep, like on the last set. And my friends went to go see Little Texas on the first day.
Oh my gosh. Are you serious? Shouts out to Little Texas. Faster.
Yes. It was the most intense set I've ever been to in my life. Like, we saw Ingerfist, then we saw Ben Nicky, who I actually really like Ben Nicky. Ingerfist is good too. And then we saw Little Texas, so it was just nonstop. And it's 5 a.m. I was just sitting there like this, and I'm like, just nodding, and I'm just done.
All right, I'm gonna give this is the cliff notes, everyone. How to get through EDC if you're not camping. Because if you're camping, you're golden. But if you're not camping, this is kind of what EDC goes, how it goes. Day one, everyone's super hyped. You're not even at EDC yet. It starts in the hotel room, right? Everyone's at the hotel room, outfits on, making sure, like, if you can get a meal before, you get the meal. Like, so let's even go chronologically, like by time.
Okay.
Everyone's, hopefully you get there the day before. Hopefully you
we got there the day before.
Because you need that Thursday, meet everyone, meet and greet, eat food, get everything situated. Friday comes along, everyone's hyped, everyone's 100% energy, get food, you're getting ready. It's probably around 3 o'clock, everyone's getting ready, 3 p.m., right? You're leaving, maybe you leave around 5, maybe 6. I wouldn't recommend anything later than 6. I'm going to say leave at 5 because by the time you get to the parking lot, it's like, it's a little bit of a drive. It starts to get kind of hectic. Then if you're going to pregame, you pregame. Go in the festival, right? It's like 7. Well, the line might be up to an hour. I don't know, folks. You get in. You're so happy. It's there. You're there until sunrise, though. So you're going so hard, and then you realize, oh my gosh, it hits you. It hits you around 2, 3, where you're like, dude, wow, I'm tired.
Tired.
Then there is no you got to grind it out, as just how you said. And you hear about this set. So if you're in hardcore and you stay the whole time, right, just like you mentioned, then you leave. That morning drive home, number one, you got music on. So you're still vibing, but you want to get back to the hotel so bad. Because once you get back, everyone just goes to sleep, if you can, knock out, wake up again around 3 p.m. You need to get food if you can, and then get ready, and then you go back. And then that's day 2. And then day 3 is just, hey, everyone, you're running off of fumes. Like, day 1, you're dancing. Day 3, you're, like, trying to do whatever you can with your body. And you go. Hopefully you have a day after that where you can just literally sleep the whole day, right, with the Monday. And EDC, love it. Tears coming down your eyes when you're leaving EDC. You're crying. And it's like, next year, man, we're going to do it again.
Yeah.
That's my rendition.
Nailed it, yeah. Except when you're a girl, you got to wake up we get back to the hotel like 9 a.m. because traffic was awful. Then we knock out. We wake up at like 12 because we got to get ready because, we got to go all out with the hair, the makeup, the outfit. And the guys, they get ready. They get up at 3, and then they're like, "Okay, put their shirt on. We're ready."
You're right. I gave you guys guy edition. Female edition is like 3 hours before that.
Hours prep hair.
It's like, all right, put my shirt on, ready.
Yeah.
So, but that's the part of it, and that's why you gotta love EDC, and I really feel like there's, it's special for a reason. Shouts out Pasquale. What other festivals have you attended? I love talking about festivals. I feel like now we're getting into the spirit of it. And if you had a magic ticket to a festival and every festival was open right now, which festival would you attend?
Like anywhere?
Anywhere.
Oh man. I would say, probably like Tomorrowland. Tomorrowland would be amazing. That'd be like the dream festival.
Yep.
I also really want to go to Lost Lands one day. I would love that.
Yes.
I would literally break my neck. Like, I don't know if I can handle it, but I love the dinosaur theme. I love just the dubstep, everything, like the rhythm, like that would just be such a vibe.
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be like the main, like my dream festivals for sure.
So by your definition, can you let everyone know what breaking your neck is? Because it is a real thing, folks. It's a real thing.
The
You
thing.
wake up the next morning.
Yeah, when you're at a dubstep show or set and you're literally like, there's like a few different ways to headbang. Like you could be just like going a little bit, but you could be going all out, like going for it. And the next day, you just feel a strain on your neck, like the worst. Like it's just stiff. Like you can't move it, and like that's literally, you feel like you broke your neck. Like
how do we recover from that? You're EDM doctor, medicine woman,
Doctor.
lady, aspiring.
Yeah.
So how do I recover? Because I just woke up. I just woke up the day after,
Yeah.
and I'm like, really? This is real. So how do I recover?
Well, just like the cure for a hangover, you drink some more the next day. I'm just kidding. But no, I'll just like ice it. I'll just like try not to move it. I'll do little neck exercises, but they hurt like so bad. But like you'll just kind of stretch it this way. There's like a few like back exercises you can do because you kind of throw out your back a little if you do it wrong, or if you're just going all out. Your shoulders do get sore. So I just kind of like relax and kind of stretch a lot. And then I also just kind of be mindful not to do it again, but I always do it again.
I was gonna say, but is it worth it?
It is worth it.
It's so worth it. It's so
yeah.
worth it. It was my only option. I tell everyone, like, it was my only option was to head.
It was your only option. There's no other way to dance. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So you're awesome. How can we reach out? Because like I said, right now we want to connect the festival community with each other.
Yeah.
We want to keep the vibes high. And if someone watches and was just inspired by not only your story, but just your energy in general. I mean, your energy has inspired me today where I'm like, you know what, let's go do some stuff. So yeah, how can we find you? Like, what are your social media handles?
Okay, so Instagram, it's Katie Marie Boo. So KAITIEMARIEBOO. And that's also my TikTok. I actually make a lot of TikToks. They're rave related, or they're fitness related, or sometimes they're just like plain like me being dorky. Those are like the main social medias I use.
Where TikTok's been blowing up. We'll link your handles in the description, but talk about TikTok, because even we're like, all right, we're a little late to the party, but we're gonna start pushing out some content there. So just through your eyes, I like how you mentioned you just have fun on it. You just put it where you want, but let's talk about it a little bit more.
Yeah, I actually I was one of those people that joined when quarantine happened, all that stuff. And I actually really like TikTok. I don't find any negative energy on it compared to other sites, because it's basically just all videos. Like, it's just funny videos, or sometimes they're informative and they're like, or sometimes they're just positive messages. And so I think it's really like easy to just blow up on TikTok too, and like see, like, to get people to like follow you. And I've seen that with a lot of people. But yeah, I like it. It's just 15-second videos, or even like a minute long. So like, I personally, I'll do like some silly ones where like I'm dressed up in a rave outfit and I'm like dancing a dubstep, and like there's like funny like voiceovers. I'm an ambassador for a Rave Booty resistant band like site. So I just started like uploading videos, like workout videos for those resistant bands. So, and I've noticed some people are like, yeah, like I want to see more of this, or, you know, there's different things, or I actually learned how to do this from a TikTok. So, I mean, there's like really interesting things. Like I made a TikTok where I'm making like one of my perlers, and like, so people can see how to do it, because a lot of people don't know. So I like it. There's just so many different things you can do. And like, people will love it.
Yeah. It's fun, and damn, you can learn things, learn how to do the hair, everything like that. So now let's end it on this high note. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we're here. We're not at festivals, but what do you see the future of festivals? I mean, what are you excited to do? Why do you want to go back to festivals?
Yeah.
And do you want to go talk about your Rave Fam? So the question is, going back to festivals with your Rave Fam, is going to be special because
after being apart, being away from that for so long, it's just going to feel like your first festival all over again. It's going to be the excitement and that love and passion. It's just going to come. It's like starting all over when you just find it. And so it's going to be like almost like rejuvenating. And especially with like my Rave Fam, like we've been very like sad and like that we've been apart from this. Like we all really like, this is our escape, you know? So when it comes back, I'm pretty sure we're going to take the first chance to go. And it's just going to be it's going to be like you finally, like, I don't know, like the thing you've been wanting and waiting for, it finally happens for you. And so it's going to be like very emotional. It's going to be exciting. And I think we're going to connect so much better. My Rave Fam, like we're very close. Like there's a good, like 15 of us maybe. And we're really close. We've like during these times, we try to make it like where we're kind of together during this, like, you know, social distancing rules applied, you know, but we try to like incorporate, like we're talking during the live sets, we're FaceTiming or little things like that. So I know that when it comes back, we're going to be so ready. And like any stresses or worries we had before at old festivals, they're not going to matter anymore. Like there's times where we like, we'll get in little disputes, or there's times where we're stressed out because getting to the festival on time, or we can't find someone like you mentioned earlier, or little things like that, or who are we going to see, which set are we going to go to, all of that, it's not going to happen because we're just going to be happy to be there.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So I feel like it's only going to make us come together a lot more than we were before, because we're going to appreciate it. You know, when something's gone, like you're going to appreciate it more because it's gone, and like you forgot what you had until it's gone, you know?
Love it. So true. And that's what we have to do. You know, sometimes that's the response. When it's taken away from us, we have the memories right now, right? And we know that we're not in it alone. We're in this together as a community, as a Rave Fam, as an extended Rave Fam. And let's talk about Rave Fam a little more, because it seems like they really have a very special place in your heart.
Oh yeah.
What is a Rave Fam? And let's talk about your Rave Fam.
So it started off, I actually met every single one of them like at a rave.
Wow.
I met my best friend, like there's a girl named Daru. She's my best friend, and I met her through Twitter. She went to the same high school as me, but we were never friends. We were like acquaintances kind of. And she messaged me because she saw I was going to rave, and I was going with my boyfriend at the time. And she was like, "Can I go with you guys?" And we were like, "Yeah." So we all went together. We met these other group of a group of guys, and then we just instantly like clicked at the rave. And you know, like that happens at raves. Like you'll just click with people, and then you just hang out with them for a few sets. But like these people, we hung out with them for like the rest of the like rave. We met up with them the next day, and like we just all got along so well. And it was just like, I don't even know how to explain it. It was like friendships at first sight, like love at first sight. Like we just all clicked so well. And then after that was at Escape 2018.
Nice.
And then after that, they just like everyone in that group, we just started messaging each other, and we were like, "Hey, what are you doing next weekend?" We all live like close to each other in SoCal. We were like, "Let's meet up. Let's go to this show. Let's go here." And then every weekend after that, we would hang out. It was like weird. It was so cool. We were just like always down. We were always down to hang out. And then we just noticed that like every single one of us, we were just such like giving people. Like we would be like, "Hey, like I'll buy this drink for you." Like, "No, you buy the next one." Or, "Hey, I'm paying for the Uber for all of us." Like everyone was just so like giving. And it was nice because it's like you finally had friends who you already knew are going to be your friends forever. And it was like at other raves, like sometimes raves you meet people and you're like, "Oh, we're going to be friends." And then like you don't hang out with them again. But this like actually like we stayed close. And now there's like I think like four girls and like maybe like 7 guys. And it's really fun. Like we're a really close knit fam, and we have a lot of other people like who join in with us every once in a while, like extended Rave Fam. And it's really cool. Like we're very close, and now we're like family. Like we're really like they're friends that really become family. Like if I'm crying, if I need something, if I'm like, "Hey guys, I don't have gas money to go here," like, or my car broke down, I can guarantee any single one of them will call me back and like, or come get me or do anything like, so I love that. We really become like an actual like blood family.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thanks for sharing that. I get choked up just hearing it because it's real. We all have like,
they really do mean so much to me. And like, I really like, I'm very invested with my candy business. So once I like uploaded that, they were like telling everyone they knew, check out my girl's like Etsy page, you know, or look what she made me. Like, you guys want this too. Like, even like, I'm trying to get more recognized with rave clothing sites, and like I like the whole like idea of like rave modeling and things like that.
Yeah.
And all of them just so supportive. Like, they'll go and like the pictures on those pages, or they'll just tell me like, look at, she got posted again. Like, I just love that. We're all very like, we want the best for each other.
It's awesome. Know? It's unconditional love. That's what it really sounds like. Like, you guys are like, you guys are really there for each other. You really want to see each other succeed. And succeed doesn't mean it could be the smallest thing. Just smile. Yeah. You know, I want to see that from you. And so I just want to let you know, you are Festiie Fam. You know, you just mentioned, I didn't know about your Etsy store and your craft. And we would love to support in any which way.
Thank you.
We're also doing a giveaway, as I mentioned. So if you're down, I mean, we'd love to just show your stuff all over our platform.
I would love to make a candy I'd love to make a perler for your giveaway.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. That would
just tell me what you want. Cool. I can make anything.
we appreciate that because, and we just want to, you know, let people know like somebody made this for us, and we want to give it away in the spirit of festivals. That's what this is all about. And thank you so much for sharing your story. You are so cool. We're so jealous. We're gonna have to link up. You know,
yes, let's do it.
Chances are we probably know same people because that's the community. Like, it's that
it is.
You know, of a community.
It's such a small, like, it's a small world. Like, the amount of people I've met that know each other, it's actually really cool. I love it. But yes, whenever festivals do come back, we'll link.
They'll be back. They'll be back. Honestly, whether it's and that's what even with the giveaway, we're like, whether it's 2021, 2020, 2021, honestly, anytime. Like, festivals will be back though. So everyone remember that. Remember that. They will be back. We will be back out there together.
And they'll be better than ever.
They'll be better than
ever.
They'll
be brand new again. Yeah.
So again, my name is Desmond Barristain. Thank you so much, Katie Marie, and everyone. The world is a festival. So remember, peace, love, unity, and respect. Festiie Files signing out.